Hello again. I can guess all of you guys waiting for the next chapter of The Great Gatsby. And also, since the sound of this record is a bit different from the usual. Mind you, somewhat distracted and noisy, right? Then you're very acute. Actually, I'm not in the recording studio but in my own office room, so you can catch the delicate difference of the audio. Maybe you can hear the traffic noise or clamour from outside. I sincerely apologize for these disturbances while you're listening, but I ask for understanding on that point. Well, as I told you, managing my two channels at the same time, even I work during my daytime, is a formidable task because I have little time to record, running short of 24 hours. So I conceived this plan. Recording in my own office room. Wow, what a novel idea, isn't it? Is it just me? Well, oh, don't worry about me being fired. I operate this office for myself, so nobody can dismiss me. How dare. Anyway, I say, I'm sorry for the poor recording condition once again, and ask for consideration despite of this ugly situation. Then, returning to the subject, today we're gonna read chapter 2. In this chapter, we can meet new character who is very nasty woman. Can't wait, right? Then, let's begin at once. Chapter 2. Myrtle Wilson. About halfway between West Egg and New York, the railroad crosses a dirty, narrow river. Train always wait there. It was because of this that I met Tom Buchanan's mistress for the first time. One Sunday afternoon, Tom and I were going up to New York by train. I could see that Tom had been drinking. When we got to the river, the train stopped as usual. A dusty road went by the side of the railroad. It was an ugly place. Suddenly, Tom stood up and took my arm. "Come on," he said. "I want you to meet my girl. Jump down." And he pulled me off the train onto the dusty road. I followed Tom to the only building in sight. There were 3 shops in the building, and one was garage. The sign said, "Repairs, George B. Wilson, cars bought and sold." Tom and I went into the garage. There was one dusty old car in the corner. As I was looking around in surprise, a thin man came out of the office. "Hello, Wilson, old man." Tom shouted. "How's business?" "Not bad," said Wilson unhappily. "When are you going to sell me the car?" "Next week. My driver's working on it now." "He works slow, doesn't he?" said Wilson. "No, he doesn't. And if you feel like that, I can sell it to someone else," Tom said angrily. "I don't mean that," said Wilson. His voice stopped. I heard footsteps on the stairs. Then a woman was standing in the doorway. She was in her mid-30s. She was not beautiful, but her face and body were full of life. She smiled slowly and walked past her husband. She shook hands with Tom and looked into his eyes. "Why don't you get some chairs, George, so everyone can sit down?" she said. "All right," said George Wilson, and he went toward the little office. "I want to see you," Tom said quickly to the woman. "Get on the next train. I will meet you in New York." "All right." She moved away. George Wilson came out with 2 dusty chairs, but Tom had let it turn to go.